You gave a customer 10% off, and it felt like good business. It wasn't. That one discount didn't cost you $45. It cost you the equivalent of 3 additional jobs you now have to go find. Here's the math nobody runs in this industry. Your average HVAC service ticket is around $450. At a 35% gross margin, that job generates about $157 in gross profit. Knock 10% off the ticket price, and you're at $405. Your margin on that job just dropped to $112. You lost $45 of gross profit on a single discount. Now to recover that $45, you don't need one more job. You need to cover it across future jobs at full margin. That means you're working harder, burning more truck time, and spending more on lead gen just to get back to where you started before you said yes. Multiply that by the 3 or 4 discounts your tech gives out every week, and you're looking at over $7,000 a year in margin you handed away trying to keep people happy. $7,000. Gone. And your customers don't even remember the discount 2 weeks later. This is the price drop trap. And most shops fall into it every single week without realizing it. Here's what's actually happening when a customer asks for a discount. They're not asking because they can't afford it. 78% of customers who ask for a discount will still buy at full price if you hold the line and explain the value. They're asking because they've been trained to ask. Because somewhere along the line, someone said yes. Your job is to stop being that shop. There are 3 moves that protect your margin without losing the customer. Move 1. Stop discounting. Start crediting. There's a huge psychological difference between a discount and a credit, and one of them costs you nothing. A discount comes off the invoice right now. It's real money out of your pocket today. A credit is $50 toward their next service visit. It brings them back, it locks in a repeat customer, and your margin on today's job stays intact. Same perceived value to the customer. 0 margin loss on your end. Train your techs to say this. I can't discount the work, but I can give you a service credit on your account toward your next visit. Most customers will take the credit, and they'll call you again next season to use it. Move 2. Build value before price ever comes up. The discount conversation only starts when your price lands cold with no context. Before your tech quotes anything, they should be narrating the diagnosis. Walk the customer through what they found. Name the specific problem. Explain the consequence of leaving it unfixed. Your capacitor is drawing too high. If it fails mid-July, you're looking at a compressor replacement. That's a $2,000 job minimum. We can fix this today for $380 and make sure you don't hit that situation. Now the $380 doesn't sound like a number they need to fight. It sounds like insurance. Value comes before price. Every time. Move 3. Flat rate pricing with line item clarity. Customers resist paying when they can't see what they're buying. When your invoice says service call, $450, that's a number sitting in a vacuum. Of course they want it lower. When your invoice shows labor at $240, parts at $110, 1-year parts warranty at $50, and priority scheduling at $50, suddenly they're looking at $450 and thinking, I'm getting a lot for this. Flat rate pricing with clear itemization removes the discount reflex because there's nothing abstract to argue against. Break it down. Name every component. Let the customer see the stack. Here's what the math looks like when you actually run it clean. Stop giving 3 discounts a week. Convert half to service credits. Build value before every quote. Use itemized flat rate invoices. Over a year, you're looking at $7,000 or more back in your pocket. That's actual margin. Not revenue. Margin. That's a new truck down payment. That's 3 months of a tech's salary. That's the difference between a shop that survives and a shop that scales. The price drop trap is a discipline problem, not a market problem. Your market will pay your rate. You just have to believe you're worth it and build systems that prove it before the customer ever asks. This is Margin and Wrench. New playbook every day. Hit subscribe.